The end of Naomi. Why Naomi's secret illness is about to destroy her marriage forever. Welcome back to the channel. Beyond the Gates family. If you are watching this, take a deep breath, because we need to prepare ourselves for the unthinkable. For months, we have rooted for Jacob and Naomi. We labeled them Naomi. We defended them. We held out hope that therapy would save them. But after this week's episodes, and specifically the events surrounding the genetic testing results, I'm here to make a very bold, very heartbreaking prediction. Naomi and Jacob are getting a divorce. And no, it's not because of an affair. It's not because of money. It is because of a tragedy far more complicated. Naomi's secret illness. Today, we are going to break down exactly how Naomi's likely BRCA-positive diagnosis is becoming the silent killer of her marriage, why Jacob's well-meaning nature is actually making things worse, and why I believe the writers are setting us up for one of the most painful breakups in CBS daytime history. Let's get into the anatomy of a divorce. Part 1. The diagnosis that changed everything. First, let's talk about the lie. When Donnie demanded Naomi check those test results, and Naomi looked at that screen and said she was fine, that was the moment the marriage effectively ended. We all saw the look on her face. That wasn't relief. That was terror masked by composure. My theory height, I'm 99.9% sure is that Naomi is BRCA positive. She carries the gene. Now, why does this lead to divorce? Because in a healthy marriage, a diagnosis like this is a burden shared. You cry together, you plan together, you fight together. But Naomi made a unilateral executive decision to shut Jacob out. By hiding her illness, she has fundamentally altered the power dynamic of their relationship. She is now carrying a grenade, and she's hugging it tight to her chest so Jacob doesn't see it. But here's the psychological kicker. Naomi isn't just hiding a medical fact. She is hiding her vulnerability. Jacob fell in love with a strong, capable woman, but he stays for the intimacy. By refusing to share her fear of cancer, she is denying him the ability to be her husband. She is treating him like a spectator in her life rather than a partner. And you cannot stay married to someone who won't let you in when the house is on fire. Part 2. The wall Jacob can feel but can't see. Let's look at this from Jacob's perspective. Jaiba Hodges is doing a phenomenal job portraying a man who is confused and lonely in his own marriage. We know Jacob senses something is wrong. He told Derek Baldwin about it. He feels the closure. He feels the walls going up. But because he doesn't know about the illness, he is misinterpreting the data. Jacob thinks Naomi is stressed about work. He thinks she's just being the typical overachiever Naomi. He thinks she is pulling away because she's losing interest in him or the relationship. This is the tragedy of the situation. Jacob is trying to fix a communication problem, but Naomi is dealing with a survival problem. When he suggested she go back to therapy and she refused, that was a massive red flag. Why did she refuse? Because she knows she can't sit on a therapist's couch and lie. If she goes to therapy, she has to admit she's sick. So, to keep the secret, she has to sacrifice the mental health of her marriage. She is choosing the secret over the relationship. And once you start making that choice, the divorce papers are basically already printed. Part 3. The children issue, the catalyst for the split. This is the part that hurts the most. And this is where I think the actual divorce conversation will happen. We know Jacob wants children. He wants a legacy. He wants to be a father. Naomi has always been hesitant, focusing on her career. But now that she likely knows she has the BRCA gene, the calculation has changed completely. If you are Naomi, and you know you carry a gene that predisposes you to aggressive cancer, your fear of passing that on to a child is overwhelming. Her no to having children has gone from a preference to a moral imperative in her mind. She is thinking, I cannot bring a child into this world just to give them this curse. This is the heartbreaking part. Jacob doesn't know that. Jacob is going to keep pushing. He is going to talk to her about the future. And when he eventually finds out about the diagnosis, because these secrets always come out, his reaction is going to be proactive. I predict Jacob will say, Naomi, We can handle this. We can do IVF. We can screen the embryos. We can freeze your eggs now before you have any preventative surgeries. We can still have a family. He will view the illness as a hurdle to jump over. Naomi views the illness as a stop sign. This fundamental difference in how they view her biology will destroy them. Jacob will see her refusal to freeze her eggs not as fear, but as a rejection of him and their future. He will feel that she is using the illness as an excuse to get what she always wanted, a child-free life. And Naomi will feel that he cares more about his imaginary unborn children than her actual, terrifying reality. Part 4. The inevitable explosion. So, how does the divorce happen? I have a theory on the scene. I think Jacob is going to find out the truth. Maybe he finds a medical bill. Maybe a doctor calls, or maybe Donnie snoops. He confronts Naomi. He is hurt that she lied, but he immediately pivots to solution mode. He starts talking about treatment plans and egg freezing. And Naomi is going to snap. She is going to scream that she doesn't want solutions. She doesn't want to freeze eggs. She doesn't want to pass on her DNA. She wants to survive, and she wants to do it alone because she can't bear the look of pity in his eyes. Jacob, realizing that his wife lied to him, quit therapy to hide it, and is now unilaterally deciding the future of their lineage, will realize he is done. He can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. He can't build a family with someone who is dismantling the foundation. I believe we are going to see Jacob pack his bags within the next 20 episodes. And the saddest part? Naomi probably won't even stop him. In her twisted logic, she might think she is doing him a favor. She thinks she's damaged goods, which is not true. It's how she feels, and she is setting him free to find a healthy wife who can give him the kids he wants. Conclusion. The end of an era. To wrap this up, guys, the BRCA storyline isn't just a medical drama filler. It is the axe that is severing the tie between Jacob and Naomi. The lie was the first strike. Quitting therapy was the second strike. That the incompatibility of their reaction to the illness of fear versus his hope is the third strike. I'm preparing myself for a Jacob Hawthorne single era. And frankly, I think it might be the only way for both of them to find peace. Naomi needs to focus on her health without the pressure of being a wife and mother, and Jacob needs a partner who is transparent with him. But what do you guys think? Am I being too pessimistic? Do you think love can conquer a genetic secret? Or are you agreeing with me that the divorce papers are imminent? Let me know in the comments below. If you think Naomi should just tell him the truth today, type "tell him" in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because when this divorce scene finally airs, you know I'm going to be right here to cry about it with you. Until next time, keep watching the gates.